Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your seats because what's happening in the NFC East right now is nothing short of seismic. Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the landscape of the division for years to come. And at the center of this whirlwind is CeeDee Lamb, the Dallas Cowboys' star wide receiver, who may very well be on the move to the Washington Commanders. That's right, the same Lamb who's been dazzling fans with his route-running ability, his explosiveness after the catch, and his knack for making big plays when it matters most. Sources close to the league are whispering about a possible deal that would send Lamb from the Cowboys to the Commanders in exchange for 2 first-round picks. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this really happening? Well, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and this one could be a game-changer. The Cowboys, currently sitting at 6-9 in 2025, are in a bit of a rebuilding phase after a disappointing season that saw Dak Prescott's QBR drop to 85.2 and their defense struggling to keep teams at bay, allowing 26 points per game. With that kind of performance, it's no wonder they're considering such a bold move. The Cowboys could be looking to free up around $28 million in cap space, enough to shore up their offensive line, which has been vulnerable, surrendering 18 sacks so far this season. And that's where Washington comes into play. The Commanders, sitting at 4-11, are starving for an elite wide receiver to bolster their offense and give QB Sam Howell a real threat down the field. Lamb, with his incredible route-running skills, is exactly that. He's been on fire in 2025, with 78 catches for 102 yards and 8 touchdowns up to Week 16. That's an average of 1 yards per reception and over 5 yards after the catch per PFF. An elite level of explosiveness that could elevate Washington's offense to a whole new level. The numbers speak volumes about Lamb's impact. His career totals now sit at over 850 yards and 48 touchdowns, and he's been remarkably durable, with 0 injuries in 2025 after battling a calf injury in 2024. Remember, in 2020, Stefon Diggs' trade to Buffalo turned the Bills' aerial attack into a juggernaut, boosting their passing yards by over 220 yards per game. The same kind of boost could happen for Washington if they land Lamb. Without him, the Cowboys' offense drops by about 22% in efficiency, and their division, the NFC East, could turn into chaos. The Eagles are already dominant, but losing Lamb could make things even more unpredictable, giving Washington a real shot at climbing the ranks with this kind of upgrade. For Washington, Lamb would be a true catalyst, a difference maker who could surpass 300 receiving yards in his first season with the team. Pairing him with Jahan Dotson, who's been out for 5 weeks due to injury, would create a dynamic duo that defenses wouldn't be able to handle. It would dramatically improve the overall offensive efficiency, pushing the Commanders from being a bottom-tier team in total yards to a top 12 offense almost overnight. Think about it, with Lamb's +2. 4 yards per route run, his 22% after-catch explosion, and his ability to win contested catches at a 58% rate, he's the kind of receiver who can instantly change the trajectory of a game. On the defensive side, acquiring Lamb also means more possession time. The Commanders could see an increase of around 8 minutes in ball control per game. That's crucial for a team trying to develop consistency and sustain drives. And if we look ahead to the Super Bowl odds, a move like this could see Washington's chances jump from +15.0 to around +5.0. That's a significant leap, and it's all tied to Lamb becoming a true X-factor in the playoffs, where his precision and ability to break zones could be the difference between a deep run and an early exit. All of this paints a picture of Washington rising from the ashes, while the Cowboys could be heading toward irrelevance if they decide to move Lamb and rebuild. The deadline is set for November 4th, and if this trade goes down, it would be a clear signal that the Commanders are serious about contending now, not just dreaming about the future. It's a pivotal moment, particularly with the emergence of Sam Howell, who's been steadily improving and showing glimpses of being the franchise quarterback we all hoped for. Lamb's addition would serve as the ultimate piece to unlock that potential and push Washington into serious playoff contention. Now let's talk a little about the current season, because while all these rumors swirl, the team itself has been fighting and improving. The Commanders have shown flashes of brilliance, especially on offense, with Howell steadily gaining confidence and the defense holding its ground. But what's missing is that elite receiver who can turn a good play into a game-winning touchdown. Lamb could be exactly that. His ability to run precise routes, find soft spots in coverage, and make those big after-the-catch plays would complement Howell's arm perfectly. It would also take pressure off Dotson, who's been battling injuries but still has the talent to become a top receiver. The NFC East has been a roller coaster this season, with the Eagles dominating, the Giants trying to find consistency, and the Cowboys floundering in their rebuild. For Washington, the opportunity to shake things up by acquiring Lamb could be the spark they need to leapfrog into the playoff picture. It's not just about adding a player, it's about making a statement. The Commanders are serious about competing now, and a move like this would send a message to the entire league that they're ready to take their shot at the Super Bowl. And let's not forget how much Lamb's presence would energize the fan base. The Washington faithful have been waiting for a true game-changer on offense, and if this trade materializes, it would be a historic moment. Imagine the electric atmosphere at FedEx Field, the roar of the crowd when Lamb makes his first big play in burgundy and gold. It's a scenario that could define a new chapter for the franchise, one where the Commanders are no longer just trying to rebuild, but are actually contending for championships. In the end, all signs point to a potential seismic shift in the NFC East, and Washington fans should be ready for it. Whether the trade happens or not, it highlights the hunger and ambition brewing within the team. The front office knows they need to make bold moves to compete with the Eagles and Giants, and acquiring CeeDee Lamb could be the move that pushes everything into a new gear. It's an exciting time to be a Commanders fan, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds over the coming weeks. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Finally, we're entering a critical phase of the offseason where every move counts. The NFL trade deadline is right around the corner, and the pressure is mounting for teams like Washington to make decisive decisions that could define their future. If the Commanders manage to pull off this trade for CeeDee Lamb, it won't just be a splash, it will be a statement. It would signal that Washington is no longer content with being a mid-tier team. They want to be serious contenders, vying for Super Bowl glory once again. With Lamb's talent, the emergence of Howell, and a defense that's steadily improving, this team has all the ingredients to make a deep playoff run. So fans, keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned. This story is far from over, and the next few weeks could be some of the most exciting in recent Washington Commanders history. The NFC East is wide open, and with the right moves, the Commanders could be the team to watch in the postseason. It's a pivotal moment for the franchise, and I know you're just as eager as I am to see how it all unfolds. Let's stay optimistic, stay loud, and keep supporting our team through every twist and turn. Because in the end, it's all about that passion, that love for the burgundy and gold. And with moves like this potentially on the horizon, the future looks brighter than ever for Washington fans. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news.